Well, hey everybody, it's Outland once again, and today I wanted to. I'm going to try to kick off a little series here of websites that I typically go to for outdoor um, gear reviews, trip reports, referrals, things like that. There's actually quite a bit of content out on the web if you know where to look, and there's some great communities. There's some great information. I mean, I've learned so much just from YouTube alone, but not just YouTube. There's a lot of dedicated sites out there that are just for outdoor people, outdoors altogether. The first one I'm going to look at today is trailspace.com. If you've never heard of Trailspace, it's basically a gear review site, but it has a huge community forum, very active community that visits the site, and just all around fantastic site. They've always got information updated, and people are always doing reviews on gear. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of give you a quick tour of the site and what it has to offer and how to navigate around in it. All right, let's check it out. Okay, here I am at trailspace.com, and basically, as you can see, it's pretty typical of what you'd expect of a typical site. Got your header up here. You've got your tabs for navigation. Your login area. You can sign up and create an account here. This is a little intro here of what the purpose of the site is, and kind of explains how it works. It gives you a nice little tour. You can do this on your own, so I'm not going to show you that right now. What I really want to show you is just the benefit of this site and what it has to offer. It's absolutely fantastic. So what you'll see here on the main screen is you're going to see some of the recent gear reviews. So let's take a look at what some people have reviewed. Stary Pen, Gerber Bear Grylls, knife. Let's see if there's anything that piques my interest. I really like coming to the site as well because there's, sometimes I don't know what I'm looking for, and sometimes I'll just browse through these recently reviewed items and be like, wow, I didn't even think about that. It's something I could really, really use. Okay, here's something I've been looking at is a Snow Peak Gigapower stove. I've been looking at one. I've been looking at those, so I'm actually seriously curious about this. So I clicked on it, and no, I don't want to review right now. So let's close that. So what you're going to see here, as soon as you click on the items, you're going to see. Now, I haven't seen this for every single piece of gear that's been reviewed on here, but typically this is how it is, and this is when it has a lot of information. It's got your ratings here from reviewers. So this is the average rating. This one gets a really good rating, 4.5, almost 5 stars. Images over here, so you've got images of the product, all different angles, and with and without, canisters and things. So pretty nice. So right here, you can go ahead and click on that. You could go ahead and review this yourself. How do I rate it? Excellent, or it's terrible. However you want it. Summary. You can write your summary here of what you used it for, what you think it, how you think it is based on your experience. You can list out pros and cons, and this is really, really useful when I'm reading reviews. As I look at the pros and cons, like, oh yeah, it's got this and this and this. Oh yeah, it does this too, and that's not good. But typically, it's excuse me. The pros and cons are really useful. And then it has an area for a detailed review here, so you can type in really detailed information of what you used it for, and what you got out of it. Product source, you can even list where you bought it from. I bought it online, I borrowed it, I rented it, whatever. Really great review system here. I'm going to go back at this one. I'm going to look at the actual reviews on this item, and I can sort this now. I can sort by vote, stars, date. So let me look by stars. Let me see. I want to see who voted really highly for this. So I sorted on stars, and the very first review that pops up here is perfect lightweight backpacking stove. It packs up in a very small size and works with many different brands of fuel. And they listed out the pros and cons. Easy to use and easy to light and adjust flames. Stable, small, lightweight. Con, cannot get a super small flame. So that was their only con. To me, that's not a big deal at all. So I would look at this and be like, yeah, I don't really care. And then they gave a big detailed list of information here in the detail, and they really went into detail with theirs, and they even compared it to GSI Pinnacle Duelist. I'm sorry, which is what I have, and so the next one, same way, a little bit less information. Oh, actually, no, it's got more information. I click show more. These reviews are very helpful, and the people who take the time to write these reviews, typically they're going to do a good job because they care. They care about the gear. They care about the community, and if it's a piece of junk, they're going to tell you because they don't want you to make the same mistake they did. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to keep looking through these. So far, I just keep getting 5 stars, 4 stars, now down to 4 stars, 3 stars. So, of all the reviews on this, it never got even below 4 stars. People just love this stove. So that may be something I consider buying when I go shopping here after Christmas. Very well may have to look at that Gigapit stove just based on these reviews. Now, that's not solely going to sway my opinion, but this is a great place to start. Something else I'm looking for my particular gear stash right now is I need a better sleeping bag. If you've seen my videos, you guys know I'm using that Eureka Copper River, and that thing is it's okay. It's average at best. It says it's a 30-degree rating, but you know what? It's even in 40 degrees, I'm pretty cold in the darn thing unless I'm fully dressed. It was a cheap sleeping bag. I didn't expect a whole lot out of it, but you pay $70 for something, you expect it to be a little bit better than, at least do what it advertises, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So a new piece of gear I really were looking for here after Christmas is going to be a new sleeping bag. Okay? So what I can do is, what I've been looking for is a particular brand, and I've been looking at Big Agnes bags. I've been looking at Marmot, Mountain Hardware, as well as Sierra Design bags. And so I'm going to look up a Big Agnes. I'm trying to think of what this thing's called. Big Agnes. I don't know what it's actually called, so I'm just going to search for Big Agnes sleeping bag. So now I've searched for this. Here are my search results. Big Agnes sleeping bag encampment. That's the one I was looking for right there. That's the exact one I want. So let's click on that. The Big Agnes Encampment 15. I've been looking at this one. It gets a typical 4-star rating as an average. It does get some 2 and 3 stars. Some people don't like it. I've read the reviews on this before, and some people say it doesn't get as warm as they say it does. But just the specs on this thing, the weight. It's about 3 pounds. Super lightweight. But it does have some cons, and some people say it doesn't get as warm as they advertise. So, I'm going to take all that into account when I'm spending $100 plus, maybe anywhere from $103 to $180, whatever, 104, 180. This is really great too. This pricing, you can right here compare all these online deals and find the cheapest deal that you possibly can. Some of these places I've never even heard of before, guys. I've never even heard of Mountains Plus, Gear for Adventure, Appalachian Outdoors. I know some of these other ones like Moose Jaw, Backcountry, of course, Eastern Mountain Sports, REI, Camp Saver. But these are all reputable dealers here. So you're not going to get any kind of problem clicking on anything. If you see it at Mountains Plus or Moose Jaw, let's look at Moose Jaw. $103.99. I've purchased from Moose Jaw before, so I know they're a good, reputable company. I'm going to click right from there, and it's going to take me right over to Moose Jaw. Give me that current deal, maybe. Okay, so it's $103.99 right now. Regular price $159.95. So it's up to 35% off. That's a pretty darn good deal. You know, now the only problem with buying gear online is, I have to say, you don't always know what you're buying unless you get to try it out. Now, what I did in the case of my Osprey Kestrel my Kestrel backpack, I went to a local dealer and I tried it on. I got the size that I needed. I tightened it all, cinched it all up, got it all tried out, and I did not buy from them because they were extremely expensive. Um, I went back and I searched online and I found the cheapest deal I could online, and I bought the cheapest deal I could find online of that same bag. Some people will argue with me that that's you're hurting your local outdoor dealer by doing that. Not buying from them. Yes, that's true. I understand that, but just like they're there to run a business, I'm a consumer and I have to find the best deals that work for me. I cannot worry about that company per se. You know, it is what it is. I have a family to take care of. I have to get the best deals I can. That's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully it doesn't make me too much big of a jerk, but it is what it is. So anyway, back to Trail Space. You've got all the pricing. You've got the specs, the temperature ratings, similar products. So you can go down here and it's recommending a Eureka bag, which I probably will not look at. Kelty bag, REI, Mountain Hardwear, women's bag, Alps Mountaineering, Desert Pine Zero. I might click on one of these other ones to see if they're comparable or better. The price might be better. The specs might be better. You never know. So, you got to be careful because you could spend hours. You sit with your coffee and just shop, window shop gear for hours and hours and hours, which I've done. And it's really relaxing to me. I really enjoy it when I can't be out camping. Well, the next best thing is to be looking at camping gear online, So it's really, really fun. But just so you know, there, like I said, there's the hike and camp section here. Here's all the different categories under hiking and camping gear: stoves, food and drink, knives and tools. And you're going to find almost anything that you're looking for. I don't think there's anything I haven't searched for that I haven't found on here, or at least one review of. Climbing gear, if you're a climber, climbing specific gear, carabiners, rope, whatever you're looking for. If you're a paddler, you're looking at boats, you're looking for rafts, oars, paddles, paddling apparel. I'm not a paddler, so I really don't know any of this stuff, but there it is. Skiing and snowshoeing, winter sports activities, snowshoes, avalanche safety. Maybe you're looking for crampons and traction devices. There you go. Fantastic. Footwear. They have their own section just for footwear. So you're looking for boots, mountaineering to backpacking, hiking. Maybe you're just looking for trail runners or sandals. Anything you're looking for. I'm telling you. Socks, even right here. Socks. Go through here. Do your homework. Do your reviews and see, what you think. What are people saying about this product that you're looking for before you go and drop $200, $300, $400, $500 on something? Do your homework. You don't have to spend hours. You could spend just a few minutes and read some reviews. And if the reviews are solid, you'll feel a lot better about what you're purchasing. And even then, sometimes people have told me something, it's the best thing ever. You have to have this. And I went and purchased it, and it was absolutely the worst thing I ever bought. And it was just because it just wasn't right for me. So it really depends on what works for you, but you can only go off of so much of other people's opinion before you have to jump in and just try something. So, and then lastly, clothing, jackets to vests, shirts, one-piece suits, even hats, base layers, pants, you name it. I really, really enjoyed this site, TrailSpace. It's a fantastic site. Lots of information. Like I said, it has a really large community of people. And not just gear reviews, folks. I'll tell you, There's a lot of people do a lot of trip reports here too. I've read. I talked with one gentleman on here about doing some solo hiking in the Big South Fork, and he gave me some really good tips about, because he does it all the time because he lives right there in Tennessee, and he goes there all the time. And so he and I talked back and forth on this forum, and it was just wow, it was just really great. He just really gave me some great information. So you can look at that going through the forums here. You can do the trip reports here. Trip reports. Here we go. So these are all the trip. And the only thing I don't like about this is that it is still on a forum platform, which forums are kind of outdated. They're not, you know, I don't like the forum platform that much, but it works. Because it's searchable and you can find what you're looking. So if I'm looking for Zion, I could do a search for a Zion trip report, etc., etc. But this is kind of interesting to look through and just so and so. I was in the Smokies. Check this out: Stanislaus River, newly restored trail section. Here's an interesting one: testing the limits of my hammock. So this guy actually posted a video, and it's a YouTube video. So I don't even know who this guy is. I don't follow him on YouTube right now, but you know what? I might have to check out his channel. So that's kind of interesting. It's really interesting. And you can go in and drill down the details and find out more about these people who you're talking to. These people, a lot of people on here are really, really knowledgeable. They do this. Some do this for a living. Others have been doing it for years and years and years, and they have lots and lots of knowledge you can glean from. And you can click on an individual and see all his trip reports, all the comments he's done on gear, all his photos, just everything about this individual. And that's kind of funny there. Ralphie. It's funny. It's really, really cool to get in touch with the individuals in the community. I love the fact of the internet, just being able to meet all these people and to learn so much from them. Don't just limit yourself to YouTube. Check out all these other sites. Check out what's out there, all these communities, pages, and sites. And it's just great stuff. And you'll learn a lot. And this is one of those really, really great sites. And they also might send you some stickers if you drop them a line. So it's kind of fun too. I have some Trail Space stickers that I've stuck on some things. You've probably seen them in my videos here and there. But it's trailspace.com. It's really all I'm going to show you right now. But I hope this helps you out. When you're sitting around bored here in the cold winter months, check out some of these sites. I'm going to do another one here and keep this series going. So check back. I will have more sites with some great information to show you guys. All right, thanks. Talk to you soon.